Hi folks, my name's Tim Scullion and I'm the Customer Experience Manager here at GrowthLab. Today we're going to be talking about how finance as a service scales with your business. In the early stages, as a previous entrepreneur, I know you're wearing all of the hats. You're doing everything you can to make the business work, to get your model running, and actually try and get some revenue through the door. In these early stages, you're going to push yourself into all of these different areas that may not be your perfect fit, but you're going to make it work until it doesn't. Eventually, you're going to need to move forward and make some new partners and make some decisions so that you can give away some of those hats and wear the one that fits you best. When you start talking to different potential finance and accounting partners, a lot of them are going to try and shove you into one box or have one plan that covers everything, and it may feel like it's too much. Here at GrowthLab, we can scale with you in more of a modular way so that we can start off small and grow with your business as we go. The first pillar is going to be your foundation, because at this point, a lot of people are behind on taxes, they are pre-revenue, they have spreadsheets and intermingled funds with business and personal. And this is really the time to set up that cadence, the rigor, and the structure so that when you scale, you have a nice foundation to build off of. The real goal here would be setting up a general ledger, catching up your backed accounting, using those caught up accounting numbers to then catch up on tax filings, and really get to the point where you have live and actionable numbers so that you can go out and get funding and continue working on growing your business instead of worrying about the bookkeeping. Pillar number 2 is going to be all about visibility. So maybe you're still doing your own books, but capacity-wise, it's time for you to start focusing on other areas of your business. Here's where most of business owners are coming in to go to a quarterly or a monthly cadence, have those repeat meetings, have those monthly or quarterly closes, producing your P&L and your balance sheet, and really get on that schedule of repeat meetings so that when you have these already preset meetings scheduled into your business day, when you start to scale and things get a little crazier, you are actually able to keep up with these meetings and focus on the outputs and growing your business. Having these real financials and an actual profit and loss and balance sheet allows you to start answering those questions that you've had from the beginning. What are our cost drivers? Where's all our money going? And are we even profitable yet? A lot of people would say that the best part of having these cleaned up financials is now you can go fundraise. Now you can get some investment. These are the things that the investors are going to need to see if they're going to put money into your business and rely on you folks. So at this point, it's when things start to change from business decisions being made on an emotional basis to being data driven. These numbers are going to help dictate how you grow and run your business. This ultimately brings us to our next pillar, pillar 3, which is strategy. At this point, maybe you've raised some money, you've gotten some investment, and it's time to figure out where your money's going, how long you have left, and how you can work with what you've got. If you've gotten pre-seed funds or maybe a smaller amount of investment, you may need the help of a fractional CFO to step in with raising funds, with building out your decks for your board, or helping to really come up with a strategic approach to growing their business. If you have someone internally that's working more on that CFO level, we can step in from a financial planning and analysis side, help you build out your annual operating plan, your long-term plan, have a digital dashboard that upgrades with all of your forecasts, your budgeting, your cash flow, and ultimately have these review meetings where you're diving in separately into the financial aspects of the business and also the strategy that's involved. So when you have all these clear numbers, you have your budgets, this allows you to start expanding your business into people. So you can start budgeting out the hires that you need to grow the business. And this is going to roll right into our next pillar, pillar 4, which is operations. At this point, you have clean books that are up to date. You have solid forecasting, an annual operating plan, a solid budget, and maybe you have turned on your revenue model. You have money coming in. You've gained a significant amount of investment. This is really the opportunity to level up your operations and lock in what the next stage of your business is going to look like. Here is when you have the budget to really invest in the people that are going to help take your business to the next level. Earlier, I was talking about hats. At this point, you're still wearing multiple hats. Maybe this is the time that using that budget and the forecast, you can bring in some help. Bring in some team members to take some of those hats off and actually allow you to focus on growing your business and doing what you do best, and not things like payroll compliance or hiring new team members. These people-oriented operations would be falling under that fractional HR, or as we call it, people advisory services. You need to find the people that are going to take those hats away from you. Fractional HR can help. You can have us run your payroll. We can help you set it up. We can get you in touch with 401ks or start building benefits for the team. We can help you with onboarding, offboarding, state payroll compliance, all of the things that take a significant amount of time away from you focusing on your business is really where we step in. Take away all of the concerns and fears of HR compliance across multiple states, and really making sure that you're building out a team that can help take you to the next level. This is really when the cadence bumps up for everything. Your accounting cadence is probably going to be bi-weekly or weekly if you're on an accrual basis, so you have more actionable live numbers. On a cash basis, you're definitely at monthly, if not bi-weekly at this point. Our fifth and final pillar is going to be leverage. You have great books, great financial planning, you have consistent HR, and you have the right people in the right seats. Now's really the time to start thinking about some of the different areas of your business that you want to think about differently. Maybe tax isn't just doing your yearly compliance and filings. Now it's time to talk about what we call VTM, or virtual tax manager, some ongoing year-round advisory on limiting your taxable burden, making sure that you don't miss any quarterly estimated payments, and really guiding you and giving you more transparency into your tax filings throughout the entire year. We also at this point could maybe think about some of your processes differently. Any of your workflows that you have laid out, maybe they're not as efficient as they could be. We could step in with our sister company Streams and help build out automations and maybe some AI implementation that helps increase efficiency, and again gives you time to focus on what's more important about your business. At the top of all of this, we really have the fractional CFO. So at this point, we're talking about our GrowthLab CFO suite. The CFO is going to be an extension of your team. So just like you could walk down the hallway in an office and knock on their door, you can speak directly to that person and have them manage all the different aspects of our team. This is really going to be the person to bring in that additional strategic outlook, maybe even exit planning, or how to push and grow to make the business what you've always wanted it to be. Once you've scaled to this point, you're leveraging everything that you've built, you have solid operations and strategy and the right people. Now you truly have a sustainable, autonomous operating business. With GrowthLab, you start with what you need and then layer on support as you grow, because you don't need a full finance team on day one. What you do need is clean data, consistent visibility, and a path to scale. Thanks for watching and spending a little time with me. You can check us out on our website at growthlabfinancial.com or reach out at any of our socials, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.